Ha ha! What is going on, guys? I am back for another stream. Just kind of on some chill vibes today. Some chill vibes. Holy snap! I'm already yawning. Some chill vibes. Thinking about playing some Red Dead Redemption and doing some Kovacs as well. So that should be pretty fun. And yeah, that should be pretty fun. Should be pretty cool. And yeah. So actually, just before I started this stream, I was actually looking at this. So, basically, I ended up doing this deep research thing on ChatGPT, right? And it was because I've been seeing these Instagram videos about this fucking moves method and this one girl, and she believes that strength through your full range of motion, strength out of alignment, and like getting strength in, I guess maybe the best way to say it is maybe the muscles that you want to that you want to have a lot of mobility with is important and a key to getting mobility. So I had went and I had searched this. I didn't read all this. There's no way I'm reading all this. This is kind of quite a bit. They give you a lot of information, holy. But I did start reading the conclusion and practical tips. So in conclusion, Moves Method by Vanja Moves exemplifies modern integrative approach to mobility training, one that builds joint strength, embraces full range movement, and trains the body realistic ways, which is partially what I said. Focuses on strength at the end of range, training out of alignment, which is what I said, and movement quality. Reflects principles that are increasingly supported by exercise science. Whether one follows the Moves Method program or not, the principles can inform any fitness routine. Don't neglect flexibility, but gain it through active use. Challenge your body, different positions, and train movements, not just muscles, to achieve true functional mobility. For anyone looking to improve joint health and mobility at home, the science and expert guidance suggest a well-rounded approach. Move your joints daily, strengthen your muscle groups regularly, and practice balance and flexibility. Even without machines or a gym, you can perform effective exercises using body weight bands or household items. Below are some practical suggestions to get started. I didn't even know that they had that. I didn't realize that last little bit there. Begin each day or workout with a quick mobility routine. For example, do head circles, arm circles, gentle torso twists, hip circles, and ankle rotations. This wakes up the joints and can reduce stiffness. Over time, try to increase the range of the circles as it feels comfortable. Could that actually help? Something that simple. Incorporate micro stretches or movement breaks. If you sit for long periods, every hour stand up and move. Do a doorway chest stretch. Reach arms overhead. Perform a few bodyweight squats or calf raises. Or take a short walk. Frequent movement, snacks will keep your joints from getting too stiff and improve circulation. Swap some static stretches for active mobility drills instead of only holding a hamstring stretch. Try leg swings or slow straight leg raises while lying down. Or slow straight leg raises while lying down. What is that? Lying down and then just lifting one leg up. Instead of long static quad stretch, perform dynamic lunges or step-ups that extend the hip. Perform dynamic lunges or step-ups that extend the hip. Extend your hip. Maybe it means like kind of like extending the hip to the side, maybe, or it just means something really high, I guess. You can still do static stretches, preferably after muscles are warmed up, but add an active component to reinforce that range with control. Strength train 2 to 3 times per week, focusing on functional moves. A sample at home routine could include chair squats or full squats if able, wall push-ups, resistant band rows. Step-ups or calf raises and a plank hold for core. Aim for 2 sets of 10 to 15 reps of each. Resting 1 to 2 minutes between sets. Concentrate on full range, good form rather than resistance, very heavy resistance. As you get stronger, you might deepen the squat and push. Deepen the squat or do push-ups from the floor. This kind of routine will build muscle support your joints need. So that's just talking about strength training. Practice balance regularly. A simple balance drill. Stand on one foot for 20 to 30 seconds, 3 sets per side. Holding onto a stable surface slightly if needed at first. You could do this while waiting for the kettle to boil or watching TV. Progress by using no support, closing your eyes, or doing gentle head turns while balancing. Additionally, consider learning basic Tai Chi forms. Hey, dude, Tai Chi forms? What? Or yoga balance pose, like tree pose. These can be both enjoyable and beneficial for stability. Listen to your body and be consistent. If an exercise causes sharp pain, modify it or skip it and consult an expert if needed. It's normal to feel mild muscle soreness when starting new exercises, but joint pain is a warning sign to adjust. It's far better to do gentle exercise consistently, daily or near daily, than to do a very intense session once and then to be sore or injured to continue. Consistency will yield improvements even if they come slowly. Each week or regular mobility work can bring a bit more ease in movement. Nice. But yeah, so basically I just kind of even started searching this. I did this a while ago, but I started kind of searching this because I want to get more flexible. I'm getting I plan to get a punching bag and stuff like that. And when I get that punching bag, I want to be able, while having it, I want to be able to progress and learn to be able to do like high kicks and shit like that, and then eventually do fucking like jumping, spinning, roundhouse kicks and whatever, you know. I think that'd be pretty dope to be able to do. And so yeah. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what's the way to go about that from a mobility perspective and flexibility perspective, because you know, I don't know how people end up getting so flexible that they do the splits. And I've heard things like if you go and you just try to stretch, well, at least this was just from that one person that was posting those Instagram posts. If you just try to stretch, it's not really giving you the full flexibility. Maybe it's wrong though, because I feel like when you go and you look at like a Shaolin monk, or you look at like some Kung Fu master or whatever, sure, they do the stretches where one person is like pushing the other person into a squat or whatever. Like, sure, they do that sort of stuff. I mean, pushing them into the splits. Like, sure, they do that sort of thing, but I think they like they do that sort of thing, but obviously they kind of do exercises as well, like their horse stance and shit like that. I don't really know how much that really affects their mobility and flexibility, but so there's kind of like that. Those people that I see, they just do the stretches and eventually they get the mobility to do it. But then this person is basically saying you kind of need to somehow strengthen the muscles, I guess, that you're stretching, like get mobility or flexibility with strength or something along those lines, basically. So, and then that's when I came up with this response here. I was like, I'm looking to be able to improve my mobility so that I can do high kicks and move like an anime character. Which is funny. Not that you'll ever be able to actually move like an anime character, but it gives an idea of like the flexibility that you want, and like the ability to move yourself like what you want. So I'm looking to be able to improve my mobility so that I can do high kicks and move like an anime character. How can I go about proving my mobility and flexibility? Even though it did just say up top, but I literally said some stuff. To move like an anime character with explosive kicks, dynamic agility, and smooth flow. You'll need a combination of dynamic flexibility, kicking range under control, active mobility, strength at end range, joint resistance, so you can kick without hurting yourself. Coordination and explosive power to actually move like they do. That makes sense. Coordination is the main thing that I'd be trying to learn with that punching bag, and power. The other stuff, though, I'm not sure how you go about it. So, these are controlled articular rotations to oil your joints and preserve full movement. Neck circles, 3 slow reps each direction. Shoulder controlled articular rotations. Large slow arm circles, 5%. Spinal cat-cow. Hip cars on all fours or standing. 5 slow circles per leg. Oh, so this is I know that one. Where you're on your hip, you're on your all fours, and then, I guess you could do it standing as well, but on all fours, and you kind of like bring your one leg out to the side, and then you kind of ended up like bringing it in and down and back and up and around to the right. Like you kind of do like a little rotation, basically. You do a circle. Ankle cars. 10 slow circles per ankle. Then we got key exercise, high kick mobility, strength, and flexibility. So we got front kicks, stand tall, lift your legs high as possible under control. 3 sets of 10 reps per leg. Progress by using ankle weights or doing them slowly. Hamstring end range lifts. Sit with one leg straight, raise it 2 to 6 inches off the floor. Wait, hamstring end range lifts. That'll sit with one leg straight, raise it 2 to 6 inches off the floor, 3 sets. I think I know what that is. Except they're only doing one leg, which is interesting. This strengthens your hip flexors at end range. I guess maybe it makes sense that it's just one leg at a time. Dynamic kicks. Control, not fast. Practice straight leg front kicks to your max range, like martial arts warm-ups. Don't swing, lift, and control. Use 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps per leg. Use a wall or bar for support if needed. Flexibility work, cool down or dedicated sessions. Deep stretch targets hamstrings. Hamstrings are front kicks. Seated forward fold or standing hamstring stretch. Hold 60 seconds, 2 sets. Add contract, relax. Tense the hamstrings for 5 seconds, relax, and go deeper. Hip flexors. For higher leg lift, control deep lunge stretch. Add arm reach or side bend for more stretch. Add arm reach or side bend for more stretch on a deep lunge stretch. Side kicks and splits is the adductors. Cossack squats, which is dynamic. Then static wide legs seated stretch. What is a Cossack squat? What is this? Oh. Wait, but isn't that what they're saying to do right up here? Deep lunge. Oh, lunge is forward. Oh. So add arm reach or side bend. So deep lunge with side bend. What is a side bend? Like, I want to say it's just a deep lunge forward, and then after pushing your knee out to one side or the other. Unless it literally means, like, kind of like doing a deep lunge diagonally forward and to the right or left. Kind of like what it looks like maybe this girl might be doing. Like, kind of like her foot seems like it's farther back. And this foot, actually no, it looks like it's the same. But it could be, you could end up doing a stretch where your one foot's farther back and this foot's forward and you're still like lunging to the right. But yeah, I had no idea that was a Cossack squat. So those are pretty good then. Those help quite a bit. So tip, if your splits are tight, use loaded stretches like holding a light kettlebell during a deep Cossack or pancake stretch. What's a pancake stretch? Pancake stretch. Oh, it's that. That's what it is. Pancake-ish. Anime style movement, dynamic coordination. To move like an anime character, you'll want agility drills, cone steps, high knees, lateral bounce, plyometrics, box jumps, squat jumps, skipping, balance and control, one leg stability holds, slow motion kicks. Okay. You can even practice slow motion anime dodges, what? Or spins as part of a creative movement flow. It's legit coordination plus joint training. Mind, muscle, and neuromuscular control. You'll want grace as well as strength. Slow eccentrics, lower kicks, or leg lifts over 3 to 5 seconds. Isometric holds. Hold your leg at peak height for 3 to 10 seconds. Minor drills. Practice posing like anime fighters to build your body control. That's just jokes. That last one's just jokes. That was funny. Weekly plan example start point. Kick strength, flexibility, mobility, flow, balance. Plyo's kick technique. Recovery, light mobility. Kick strength, flexibility, dynamic movement, flow. Rest or full body stretch. Final advice. Train consistency over intensity. You'll see bigger gains in 6 to 8 weeks. Use video feedback. Film your kicks and flows to see form progress. Breathe during stretches. Helps reduce tension and deepen mobility. Don't neglect strength. Strong legs plus hips equals safer, snappier kicks. Ooh, that kind of rhymes. Okay. They added the water, or no. For a second, I thought that was fire, water, and air. As if they were trying to make an Avatar joke, or just be like, oh, Avatar. But that's not air. That's like the Kung Fu robes. There's actually something else I wanted to look at. Why, when you stretch, why does the body, why do the muscles tense up in certain stretches, tempting to tense up or flex often. During stretches. Protective reflex. Your body is built-in safety mechanism called the stretch reflex. It's controlled by sensors in your muscles called muscle spindles. When you stretch a muscle quickly or too far, these spindles detect the lengthening and send a signal to contract the muscle to prevent it from tearing. This is your nervous system protecting you from what it perceives as danger, overstretching, or joint instability. Perceived threat or instability. Even if you're not stretching too fast, your body may tense up because it doesn't feel safe in that position. If your nervous system doesn't trust the joint stability or muscle groups at that range, it will automatically restrict the stretch by making the muscle contract. This is especially true for people with tight hips, hamstrings, or who lack active strength in stretched positions. Think of it like a car parking brake. The body is trying to prevent you from going into a danger zone by holding you back. Poor breathing or mental tension. If you hold your breath or mentally resist a stretch, you actually signal stress to your nervous system, which increases muscle tone, which is tension. Breathing shallowly or tensing your jaw/face will often increase tightness. Deep breathing, especially long exhales, reduce sympathetic nervous system activity and allows muscles to relax. Your mental state affects stretch outcomes. Calm equals deeper range. Stress equals tighter muscles. Isometric reflex from passive stretching. If you sit in a stretch for too long without moving or contracting the opposing muscles, your stretch muscles may automatically contract just to protect themselves. This is often felt as sudden tensing or slight cramping during a deep hamstring or hip stretch. How to reduce that tension when stretching. Move into the stretch slowly. Don't bounce or dive into it. Hold for 30 to 60 seconds. Let the nervous system acclimate. It usually takes 20 plus seconds to trust the position. Exhale deeply into the stretch. Long exhales reduce muscle tension. Use PNF, contract, relax stretching. Gently contract the stretched muscle for 5 seconds. Push your heel into the floor in a hamstring stretch. Then relax and sink deeper. This resets the nervous system and creates a safer range. Strengthen head ranges over time. Your nervous system will start to trust those positions more if you build strength there, like in Vanjamove's approach. Too long didn't read. Your muscles tense up during stretching because your brain doesn't feel safe yet. It's a protective reflex to prevent injury, but with slow stretching, calm breathing, and building strength at those ranges, your nervous system will start to allow deeper, more relaxed movement. Let me know if you want a custom flexibility routine that includes these methods. Interesting. Intéressant. Yeah. That's kind of all I really wanted from that.